Yeah, I did that purposely for you, Mo. Purposely. Wait a minute, I'm just... Oh, how I hate BT. Your service status is all working fine, guys. There's no internet, but it's all working fine. Yeah, I'm thinking of going to Sky, to be honest. It's a good thing. My everything runs really well on my phone internet. But I have just cut my hand again on the back of my phone. So that was fun. If the quality of the stream goes down a lot, it's because I'm just playing it off my phone until BT decides that it actually wants to work. And we might go down again when I try to reconnect to BT. Yeah, I didn't read that at all. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean... somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus... there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
I've got the hiccups. And I'm coughing. I'm dying. Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she wouldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were at least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. You ate Lebanese? I do not know what Lebanese food would be. I'm pretty basic.
I understand. I should understand everything.
I have a pizza for tea.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Because I had to grab something quickly because Aaron was driving me home. Shawarma kebab. I do like kebabs. Oh my god. Oh, the internet's killing me, not anyone else. It should come back on. BT just kicked my phone off, that's all. Yeah. I was hoping that I would get the chat choice to actually put BT back on. But no, it just kicked my phone off. Completely. Because that's what BT does. We will carry on after I finish dying, that is. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and ability. You mentioned your ability, my ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Sorry, I'm just making sure that things are working. Kind of obvious. Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, at this point of the game, the first time I played it through, it surprised me that that hadn't been said and that it was a mystery, because I completely forgot it was a mystery.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find a headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find a headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't a mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. And then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. She was going snooping in the rooms. I assumed that if that was true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realised whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. Oh, dying. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. I wish they'd just let us keep talking to her. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It was to do with Makuro Ikusaba, wasn't it? It has to do with... Jesus, but now I can't read either. Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves are somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point when Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night? I can hear them, you know, the footsteps of the god of death. What? That would have been my reaction as well. I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. And there was Makoto in a fever dream thinking that he'd killed him in this struggle. He didn't even get up!
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction, and it's not just Makuro. They needed the cash trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered, huh?
Makoto.
What bothers me is why didn't any of them bring it up during the class trial? But I guess they wouldn't believe... Yeah... A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Makuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, the ultimate despair, that despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair, then make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. Oh, that is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Wow. 100-mile dash, pain of the junk food junkie. They like having like a ginormous name for it, don't they? Like, I don't know, you could have named it something less long. Yeah, it is the second chapter with no deaths. Other than the death of my sanity. What's the time? It's 5 o'clock, right. I have to go and feed my dog quickly. I can't remember how long the last bit of the game is, because this is the last bit, isn't it? If people want to see me try to play this for a little bit longer, just let me know. I'll be back in a second, because my dog needs to be fed, else he's just going to jump up at the table. I will. I'll put my knives in my bag, so they're ready for tomorrow. I'll be back. The note I have written to remind her at the end of the stream. Yeah, rip your note. It is appreciated, because I would have just, as soon as this stream finishes, I am putting my laptop on my bed with me and I am sitting down for the rest of the night and falling asleep watching Brutal Moose videos. Oh my god, I'm breaking everything as I sit down. I apparently did 22 hours of overtime last month. Apparently. What? No, I didn't. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know how they worked that out. I can only count 15 hours of overtime on there, but I'm not going to complain. They're not having the money back, even if they realise they made a mistake. I'm only going to go a little bit longer. Mainly because I am working in the morning, so I do want to hang out. I need to go make my food and stuff. I just got to message my cousin to make sure that he doesn't come in and start shouting. What time is it for you though, Mo? Because you're not even in the UK, so I don't even know what time it is for you. Ooh, 9:10, you gotta be up at 5. Also, I have to be up at least 4 AM at the latest. To what? I mean, you're talking about me having to get up at 2 AM. I don't technically need to get up at 2 AM. I just choose to wake up at 2 AM. We didn't even get like 100% Jeff is gonna stream. He was like, I'm either streaming tomorrow or I'm streaming the next day. But seeing he's been streaming all week, he'll probably be streaming tomorrow. You won't sleep until 12 midnight anyway. Big same, big same. I'll probably go for like an hour longer because I don't like having my tea past 7 o'clock really. And then I've got a couple hours to chill and watch brutal new stuff. Call an all-nighter to catch Critical Role. That's cool. I wake up at 2 AM most days just in case my favourite streamer streams. Because I am that sad. But he's on the west coast of the US and I'm in England, so he's 8 hours behind me. So it helps that I work early morning anyway, so I have to be up at 4 AM to leave the house at 5 AM to go to work. The things we do to catch live streams and stuff, eh? Some people just don't know the pain that we go through. For us in the UK. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I mean, Jeff usually starts at 2 AM for us. But this week, I started at 3 AM your time. I'd come home and I just put it on. I was like, I'm not going to do anything else today. This is it. But this is the thing, like, because I had 2 days off at the beginning of the week, I started streaming at 8 AM UK time, and I had a load of people, like, from Australia and random parts of America who were like, well, we're never going to be able to really catch a stream because you're in the UK, but we'll try, and I was like, that's really sweet of you, but, you know... But yeah, my favourite streamer kinda, he doesn't have a schedule or anything. So, he usually starts at 2 AM, but this week he started at 11 PM for us, and then 12 AM, and then yesterday he started at like close to 2 AM. Yeah, see, like, I basically did a Jeff to you. Because I have to wake up at 3 AM to watch Jeff. I have to wake up at 2 AM, and I do it every single day, regardless of whether he streams or not. I am awake from 2 AM. All for the love of the ham farm. I love Space Hamster. Jeff's a variety streamer. He streams loads of different things, like just on a whim. He didn't know what he was doing this morning / last night for them. He ended up playing Minecraft for like 6.5 hours. And I had to go to work and miss like 3 of those hours. But he's been playing Monster Rancher 2 recently. If you want to check him out, he's Space Hamster TFG on Twitch. And like a bunch of people that show up in my chat are basically fans of his as well. That's how I met them all. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Thanks for the follow. Just so you know, we are trying now to get 50 followers to try to get affiliated, just so we can get a heart with Monday on it to annoy Sean. So, you're helping towards annoying our super mod Sean. Sean is Povey. And one day, you will get... There will be an emote of a heart with Monday in it. A green heart with Monday. Because me and Doofus are part of the Emerald Monday gang. Because our birthstones are emeralds. Because we are lovely like that. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Sean, one of the rules of my chat is that it is always Monday. You agree to that rule. You're a mod for a Monday stream. Oh, what is that song? I know what that song is, but I can't remember the name. You only mod one day of the week. Do you even mod that day of the week, Sean? Do you really? Because I've told you to ban yourself about 20 times now, and you haven't done it. You're not even the super mod, because Amanda got the name of the clip wrong and called you the sub mod. I don't know what you're a sub mod of. We don't have subs here. We're poor over here. I don't, of course it is. Wait a minute, guys. Mum, are you working tomorrow? What time are you working till? Do you know if Catherine's doing anything tomorrow? Oh yeah, I'll ring her back after. Can you text her and let her know I'll ring her back after I finish? She did try to ring me, but obviously I can't answer. Yeah, just text me, else I'll forget. Yeah, I know my mic's on. I couldn't be bothered to mute it. All it is, because I don't know if you heard, but I smashed my phone up. It's only the back, but it's like proper smashed. It's splintered and everything. So like I was gonna, like my contract ran out this month, but I didn't have any money to get a new phone. So I had to wait until March, or when I got paid, which was today. And yeah, so I got paid today. Aaron gave me a lift to work. We had a Mackey's day. We even met Sue there by accident. We went to work. We worked 4 hours. He took me home. I stood up, forgetting I didn't put my phone in my pocket. It was on my lap, and my phone just smashed on the ground. And I was like, I don't really have the money to buy a phone, because I was going to get, and I was saying earlier on, I was going to get an Elgato to get to stream Animal Crossing when it comes out. And I also need a new pair of shoes. I need some new trousers, because my trousers are all ripped from work. There was something else I need as well, but now I need a new phone because the back of my phone is all splintered, so... But, as I said, my contract was up this month anyway, so I'm due a new phone. Right now, we have to get out of the horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Then it's not when they're ripped in the inside thigh, they hurt. Plus, I need to wear my jeans to work. I don't think my work cares about trendy. Koku, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. I'm the least trendy person in the world anyway. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And we should be able to use it on the door, right? Go to the door. I don't know.
Indeed.
You were right all along. She stole his vibrator. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
You're trendy, Sean. I've seen your hair. Your hair's super trendy. Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. This is true. I'm more trendy because I know it's Monday. When you don't know it's Monday, you can't be trendy at all. And then, click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
Maybe 10 years ago it was. I've got an emo haircut, basically. A geeky emo haircut. I'm getting it chopped off on Sunday before I go out drinking for the night. And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. I quite liked the garbage pit. The garbage pit was safe. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Anna's going to be socialising. I am. It's a leaving due for one of our managers, and I was read my rights today. Honest to God, like, we got to McDonald's at like 20 to 6, and we didn't know Sue was going to be there, and we sat in, and she was like, "You're coming on Sunday, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Good, you should," and I was like, "Alright, calm down." And then Aaron just all day was like, "I'm not going to talk to you. You're not going to be my friend anymore if you don't come." It's not even his leaving due. Oh, you don't have hair. I'm sorry to hear that. I love my hair and I hate my hair, and today it was just really annoying me. It went all fluffy at the bottom. There's one reason that I will probably never do cam is because I absolutely hate my hair. It doesn't do as I tell. I have Harry Potter hair. Oh, Sue's is another person I work with. She's like an older lady, but she's really... I love her. She's so cool. At 20... Are you 23? God, I just feel old. I need Travis back. Oh, you're a baby like Sean then. So cute. Doofus is 18. Oh my God, you're all babies. By the way, Doofus, your profile picture on Discord, fantastic. I feel really, really old now. Kanamori's my favourite character from that anime. I love her. I think she's my favourite character from the whole winter season. You can come to Discord, but it's not our Discord. It's a Discord for a YouTuber. Amanda has made me make a Discord channel, but that's a long time before I share that with anyone. She is. She's so brilliant. I feel so sorry for her as well. Every single week having to deal with them. Yeah, Space Hamster. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. I should name my Discord server Monday. That's what it should be called. I have it. I have a Discord server. I'm just not going to share it with anyone. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. We're looking up her skirt, look! The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. It's the only action you're getting, Sean. You 2D up the skirt look. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. To be fair, I can't look at any of them because I'm too old. They're just children, Sean. Just children. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. They're high schoolers.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess. Wait a minute. Makoto was 19. Yeah, Hiro's older because he got kept back like 3 years or something. Still, I'm a boomer, Sean. I'm a boomer. I can't look at kids. Even Hiro technically is too young for me. It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains... I call you a kid, and you're older than them. Before I came here, when he was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
He's also too dumb for anyone. I like my men dumb. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride... The reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You wouldn't have so much...
Wrong.
Would have had so much to talk about. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
Wow, thank you for sharing that right now. I'm just reading, Sean. I'm not doing bad at anything. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever. The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladders, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. And that's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. Sean, stop breaking people's hearts. You're the super mod. And by the way, Sean, you still haven't got us our 50 followers so we can get our emo. I thought that was your job. That's like your only literal job, apparently. So we can spam an emo at you maybe one day and annoy you. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? I get that. I don't get on with much of my family, to be honest. Alright. I will admit that this person came into the chat when you were around and followed me when you were around, but I like to think it was my sparkling personality. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. Yeah, you say nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. It looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch in the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. You did follow me on a Monday. You followed me on this Monday when I started my stream at 8 AM. The hatch opened with ease, and so... You did phone me on a Monday too. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favour. Oh, we're gonna talk to her some more. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
in other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Well, wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. She was saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now. A neutral every day is a Monday believer. Sean, if we don't get that emote to spam, it's all gonna be your fault. Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makura's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. We're going! This is a corridor we do not usually run down. Ugh. Oof, oof, oof.
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I
But
don't
Makoto's supposed to be dead.
believe it!
What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during a class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I've got to punish you
Making
again.
me
And this time, I
angry.
won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
Now...
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But then Makoto chose to overlook my lies. Your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. What the hell is Toast Gang? Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realised that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuru, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
It's starting to fade, Sarah. I have no idea what you're going on about, Sean. I have no idea what anyone's going on about. And the chat that I was following on my phone has died. A horrible death. I think I've seen them around, possibly. I recognise the name. I don't have any right now, but with a little more time I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love and to inspire.
However...
But here we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly
Listen
right.
to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Sean, I believe in you. I honestly cannot get chat to come back up on my phone. So, it's all up to you, Sean. It's all up to you. If you want to iron our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't it? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. I got it working. I've got it working. I can see you saying that your Monday was good. I'm happy to hear your Monday was really good, Sean. You dare ban Doofus. You even think about it.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would suddenly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words...
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? And I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely
Let's have one
contain
final
myself.
grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
I'm happy that your Monday was great, Mo. I'm happy you're here, Doofus. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pouring around the school, if you can do that.
I can
Then
barely
that'll be
contain
enough to
myself!
qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
And that's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. You can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school.
You guys!
Then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. It took you all Monday to do the math for first Monday. Sean, honestly, you should just give in. Give in to the Mondays. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking, I've got nothing left to say to
really
you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone, get out of here. Okay, I'm going, You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoku's debt. Kyoku, thank you. Everything I have right now is because
However...
of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world is a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
Yeah, pretty much. Monday is hope, Sean is despair. I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal was to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Masterminds has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. I've got to compose myself. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least...
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Yonko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have the right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you, and due to the failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words...
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge.
However...
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning, essentially. I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanour is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone. Pretty sure that's what she's been saying from the start.
however. Anyway,
Right now, we have to go find the others. Go find them.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Run, 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 run. Yeah. They're probably in here, aren't they? And suddenly we were greeted with... You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah,
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
I mean, it still couldn't be something else. I do the best impressions, Sean. The best impressions. You know I do the best impressions. You need to be broken in sometimes, Sean.
you survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
He called me a cockroach.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
He's my favourite. I love him. Oh, crybaby alert. We're gonna cry.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm a Hero fan. I love Hero. Hero is adorable.
Yo,
What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I was in the trash, mate. I didn't go to the spirit
You know?
world. You could have talked to her. Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realise what it is? You escaped execution. It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Yeah, I probably did miss half the conversation. I was making fun of Aaron for falling asleep in the bath. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again, and no dice, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked, so there weren't any new areas. And then where can we go to find new clues? Oh, you stink. Are you rotten? Rotten
telling you.
physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. Well, this is the thing, right? So, the guy I had a crush on at work, who is older than us, well, obviously older than Aaron, he's 21 or something. He's older than me. Fell asleep in the bath yesterday. So I was going on about how he is basically, because he's so old, he needs to sleep in the bath because he's old. And then Aaron, a 21-year-old, fell asleep in the bath today. And me, at 30 years old, is like sitting there like, why is there anyone even having a bath? Why would you lie in a bath long enough to fall asleep? Boomers, huh? Yeah, well... There's other words I'd describe that guy. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. You need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you. I need to tell you about the last class trial. Last class trial.
In other words...
We're going to redo Makura's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto wasn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
spotted
you
the
say?
trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know...
However...
But executing Makoto, who was in the blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke her own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makura, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah, for us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh,
Everyone?
no!
I hate
Hey,
you.
who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanely possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Makura, and all of this school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial was different. We know who our enemy is now, so we work together and search as hard as we can. I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that, huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first, until Monokuma gave us the little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough with puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in
If
other
the
words...
mastermind really is the one who killed Makura, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makura, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Makura and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us. It's Hiro. Hiro was smart enough to be the mastermind. He did it all. Hiro did this.
No way!
You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. It's the chickens. Of course it's the chickens. I forgot about the chickens. And that one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're at ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was a mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well...
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
But...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right,
Then maybe
right?
Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if he directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Or...
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Woo! We're at the ending!
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
And there's only one word to describe this, and that is poggers. This is poggers.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself and the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. Sorry, I'm making myself laugh. After making this final statement, Bayakua left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him. He never takes you with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toku trudged out of the dining hall, and now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Oh my
Just
god.
a second.
Wait, how come?
How about
Just
that?
wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. He's gonna do it! He's gonna do it, guys! Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But-
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know.
'Cause, I
But up
mean...
till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hino's in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right,
However-
Kyoko? Well, just don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So-
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. We have to, by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Yay! Just we won't. We're all gonna die. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need to read that again. Then we'll know who the mastermind is. Oh, I'm not going to remember that. Right, I am going to go now because I want food and I want to have my shower and then I want to I wanted to catch up with the end of the Minecraft stream, but I'm not going to be able to. A Monday is a good day to die on. It will always be a good day to die on. Oh, Sean, are you still here or have you disappeared again? Yeah, I took my stuff off the bed. Thanks for reminding me, Mo. I did that. I did it. I think Sean's gone. Ah, Sean! Why? What? What? Is that all you've got to say? What? I did it! Look! Wait a minute, let me just turn the sound off. Look! I got a starting screen! We professional now! But yeah, I'm gonna go. What day is it? What day is it today? It's a well, it's a Monday, obviously. See you later, doofus. What am I doing at work tomorrow? I might be able to stream a little bit tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'm finishing work at 10. I might be going in town with my sister though. Oh, the Golden Girls thing. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right. Wait. No. Come on. Come on. It's not capturing my window. It's not gonna capture it. Come on. Why does it hate me so much? Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna work. Why you no work? Does it like? Well, it picks up my Steam. Yeah, I took all the pictures on there. I drew the Goku that's on there. And I took all the other ones. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Thank you. I try my hardest. I'll try to get it to work next time we do Danganronpa. Which I don't know when that's gonna... Oh, no, I do know when it's gonna be. I'm not working Monday. So, as long as I'm not hungover, I will be streaming Monday. And I'll be streaming probably from 8 AM UK time. Post the video in my official... I will! I'll post the video in my Discord, which none of you are a part of. But it'll be in my Discord. So, one day when I open it up... But yeah, I might stream tomorrow. It won't be Danganronpa because I will only be able to stream for like an hour or two tomorrow if I do stream because I need to go and buy a new phone. Send it to my DMs. I will. I just saw in Discord that you were thinking of tagging or pinging Jeff in something. Do you want me to ping him for you? Because I can ping him. I have no shame now. I'll ping him just whatever, you know? But yeah, I might be back tomorrow. To play probably Sam & Max or Stardew Valley. One of those two. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming. Happy Monday to everyone. For anyone that's watching that's kind of interested, give us a follow so that we can all one day spam Sean with hearts with Mondays on them. Yeah, but I can still ping him. I'm gonna ping him. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Thank you for coming. You have a good Monday as well, Mo. You don't want us to get 50 followers, Sean. You're saying you don't believe in us. Now anyone that's randomly in here needs to follow just to prove him wrong. Obviously. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make my pizza. Because unlike Sean, I like melted cheese. So see you later. Bye!